Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel English with Shyam Sir, and I'm Shyam Sir. I hope you're all doing well. Friends, in this video we are going to discuss very important English related points from today's Hindu paper article. I have chosen a very interesting but easy to understand article on today's Hindu newspaper. Okay, without further delay, let's get started. Friends, hold on. Before I start my explanation, my humble request to all the wonderful people watching this video is, every time I tell you something important, I underline some vocabulary, I share with you something important grammar related rule, pause the video and write a running notes immediately. Don't think I will do it later. Sometimes you may not be able to do it later. Yes, if that is okay for you, yes, my dear friends, we can get started. Here, this is the article with the headlines far apart. The article name far apart. Okay, so very honestly, I can tell you one thing. This is a very easy to understand article. This article is about India and China relationship. And very honestly, this article says two simple points. Point number one, India is ready to develop a very good amicable relationship with China as usual. But point number two, as far as China's behavior is concerned, there are no signs in that line. China is not giving any indications in this direction. So the whole article is about this simple point. And there are some facts and figures mentioned in this article to convince the readers the same thing. So I am not going to get into the content much because my objective is clear. English is something that we are going to learn from this article. Friends, we are going to do it in two levels. Level number one, I would like to start with some important vocabulary. Level 2, I will also share with you some grammar related points. Are you ready? Here we go. So the name of the article, like I have said, says far apart. China seems to want to test India's resolve to sustain its forward deployments. The headline itself has, let me tell you, three important good words. One, India's resolve. Two, sustain. Three, forward developments. So I don't want to explain this much because these words are commonly spoken words. Resolve is a kind of determination. Okay, like we say resolution. So resolve has another meaning, like I can't resolve this issue. That is different. There the resolve is a verb. Here resolve is a kind of serious intention, determination. Sustain, what is sustain, my dear friends? Sustain is tolerate, undergo through a tough process, tough challenge, bear something. Okay, forward deployments, what is deploy? Put people somewhere to do something, correct? Like you all know, for the last few years China has and is, China has been and is constantly trying to deploy some Chinese army people or military people in some areas in India, correct? So the whole meaning of the sentence is very simple. China is constantly trying to disturb India, and also China is trying to test India's patience. You can take it in that way. But beautiful words. Resolve is determination, sustain is tolerate or undergo, deployments is put a troop somewhere. Okay, put a troop somewhere. Now if you look at this particular expression, on the sidelines of the G20 meet, on the sidelines, what is meant by on the sidelines? See, sometimes some expressions are very simple, but when you logically think, you will be confused. On the sidelines is an expression we use to say like this: we don't participate in something directly, but we just watch. Okay, on the sidelines of this issue means I don't have my direct participation in that issue, but I just watch it. So on the sidelines means we use that expression like this, where you are not actively participating in that, you are watching it. Okay, on the sidelines is an expression very important here. Okay, so now apart from these expressions, these vocabulary, let me try to share with you a few more important words, if any, from the article. So if you look at this expression, low level of relations and commonalities, see this expression, commonality. What is meant by commonality? Not a difficult vocabulary, right? Commonalities like commonality, I and my brother don't have commonality, or my brother and I have some commonalities. Common things, similarities, it's a very simple word, right? Similarities. Okay, now again, like I have said, without a resolution, see, like I have said, resolution, strong intention, serious intention, like we say new year resolution, correct? New year resolution, correct? So disengagement, full disengagement means what? Engagement, engage. Somebody call me now, Sham, where are you? And I said, I'm sorry, I'm busy, I'm engaged with my students, I'm engaged in my session. So engaged is do something, correct? Disengagement, opposite, don't do that, not doing that. So when I say full disengagement from all friction, it means this is what everybody wants in India. India wants complete disengagement from the China. Okay, in especially in this domain, in this context, like this. Chalo, let's move on to the next vocabulary. Let's see what beautiful vocabulary is awaiting. Okay, see, when you learn new words, it gives you a lot of excitement, and day by day it increases your confidence levels. So here, reiterate. Wow, beautiful vocabulary, my dear friends. What is reiterate? Repeat. In every class, Shamsa tries to reiterate the importance of vocabulary, reiterate the importance of focus. So reiterate, repeatedly say something, reiterate, repeatedly say something. Okay, again the disengagement vocabulary is here. It's good, the more number of times words are repeated, we can remember them better. Wow, see this beautiful expression, see this beautiful expression. On the contrary is like opposite. Resolve the row. What is resolve? Here this resolve is used as a verb, which means resolve a problem, resolve an issue. But why row here? What is rows and columns here? No, it is a beautiful expression which means resolve a row means resolve a problem. Both are same, but very important. Wow, beautiful vocabulary here. Prerequisite. Prerequisite means whatever is needed, whatever is needed. For example, I got a phone call from a company and asked me to attend the interview the next day, and I asked them, sir, what are the prerequisites that I need to bring along with me? What are the prerequisites? Whatever is needed, maybe some documents and like that. Okay, so prerequisites means whatever is needed, whatever is needed. Okay, wow, beautiful vocabulary. Normalcy. What is normalcy? Everything in a normal situation. Normalcy means normal state without any disturbances and without any deviations. Okay, chalo, let's move on to the next important vocabulary, if any. However, friends, don't worry, after this task is over, before I end the video, I would love to repeat the vocabulary and repeat the grammar stuff as much as possible. Okay, if time permits. Chalo. Then I think emphasize is a word that everybody knows, but still I'll repeat. Emphasize. Give more importance to something is called emphasize, right? Emphasize. Give more importance, correct? Give more importance, correct? And now if you see this expression called drag its feet. Generally, drag its feet is an expression that we use when we want to say something which is going very slowly. Hesitate is also an expression for that. Drag. See, for example, have you ever observed, have you ever seen very small kids going to the school on Monday? They don't want to go to school because Sunday they had a wonderful time and they still have that holiday mood. So they go to the school very slowly. I'm just giving an example. So they're not interested. So they linger. You know what is linger? Being in the same position without any movement. Okay. So dragging feet means, not very quick movement is found. Very important expression this is, okay? And I think most of the good words we have discussed so far, but let us see by the end of the paragraph, at least we can get some at least 10 to 15 good number of words. Yes, I like this word. Imminent is a beautiful vocabulary. Imminent is a fantastic vocabulary. What is imminent? There are two words, eminent, imminent. Eminent starts with the alphabet E. He is an eminent scholar. He is an eminent teacher. Okay. Imminent means something going to happen in the future. Something going to happen in the future. Okay. Imminent is a beautiful vocabulary. Sweeping changes. Vast changes. Sweeping. Vast. Sweeping changes. Vast changes. Okay. I think again the contrast word is here. Contrast is opposite, right? Contrast is opposite, right? Chalo, I think we are coming to the end of the paragraph, and let us see if we can get a few more, because I liked all these. Yes, I think the paragraph is going to end very soon. Let us see if we can get a couple of words. And I think apparent goal. Wow, what a beautiful vocabulary. See, apparently is a word that very commonly we use, but still I have to tell this because people watching this video, some may know, some may not. Apparent is something very clear. Apparently, very clearly. So apparent is very clear. Okay, apparent is very clear. Like I have said, sustain. Sustain is a beautiful vocabulary. Sustain is tolerate, bear. Like I have said, deployments, putting people, putting troop. See how beautiful this expression is. Aimed at. When we talk about prepositions topic, we learn this rule called aiming at something. Okay, aiming at something. I think, see, the stalemate, I think this is the last vocabulary probably. The stalemate. What is stalemate? A kind of tough situation where you are stuck. Simple way, deadlock. Correct? We say simple way, deadlock. It was a stalemate. I couldn't take any decision. I was stuck. So stalemate is deadlock. And then we have this expression like endure. What is endure, my dear friends? Like I have said again, tolerate, see, is likely to endure, exist. Now, whatever good vocabulary I tried to share with you, let me very briefly recap and revise them, because I always believe in revision, my dear friends. I always believe in revision. So let me share with you good number of words that we have discussed so far. I think resolve is a word that came a couple of times, correct? So why to miss this beautiful word called resolve? I think resolve is a word that came many times, but resolve has two meanings, correct? One meaning is in the case of noun, determination. His resolve is, he is testing my resolve. Another is used as a verb, resolving an issue, okay? Resolving an issue. Chalo, then a beautiful vocabulary called sustain. What is sustain, my dear friends? Tolerate. Sustain is tolerate, or sustain is like kind of bear, right? There is a beautiful vocabulary called apparent. Yes, what is apparent, my dear friends? I am repeating for your case. Yes, apparently, clearly, correct? Apparently, clearly. So whatever I require, prerequisites, correct? Whatever I require, we use the word prerequisite. Prerequisite means my needs, whatever I require. Oh my God, I am confused what decision to take. Stalemate. What is stalemate, my dear friends? Stalemate means what? It's a deadlock kind of situation. Deadlock kind of situation. Oh, this is emphasis. I would like to emphasize on this. I would like to emphasize on this. How beautiful the expression is. Emphasis or emphasize on this. And what do you mean by commonality? Yes, commonality. Commonality is like common things, something very similar. Common things, something very similar. Correct? And like disengagement, correct? There is a beautiful vocabulary called disengagement, which means detach. In a simple language, disengagement is a word that we used to say detach. Sweeping changes. What are sweeping changes? Sweeping changes means vast changes, huge changes, vast changes and huge changes. Then there is another beautiful vocabulary I like called imminent. There are two words, eminent and imminent, correct? Imminent is a beautiful vocabulary, something going to happen in the future. And of course, there are many more. I try to give you a quick revision because I always believe revision is important, my dear friends. Now, apart from the vocabulary, there are a few observations that I would like to make in the case of grammar, and I like them very much. Point number one, my dear friends, I think aim is a beautiful word that takes a preposition at. You have seen that on the paper, right? You have seen that in the article today. So aim at is a rule that we talk about in prepositions, always remember. If you ask me, there is another word very close to this called arrive at. Arrive at is something also very close to this, right? And even we say shout at. There are many other words, like for example, smile at and many more, okay? This is number one. And now if you remember, on the contrary, how important the preposition is, see? How important the preposition is, see? On the contrary means on the contrary says on the opposite, the other way, the other way. And now another beautiful expression again takes the preposition on the sidelines. On the sidelines of this incident means I am not a part of the incident, I am the spectator. So on the sidelines of the incident means, my dear friends, I am watching it. Resolve the row. How beautiful the expression is. You remember? Resolve the row means resolve a problem. Resolve the row means resolve a problem. Okay? There is a beautiful expression that says drag the feet. There is a beautiful expression in the paragraph that says drag the feet. Like I have said, hesitating a bit, hesitating a bit. And many more good observations from the grammar part. But like I have said, just to get you some basic level of confidence, I'm trying to share with you a few vocabulary and a few points related to grammar. Very honestly, before I end the video, 2 points. Point number one, this article is a very easy to read article. I thoroughly enjoyed reading it. I want you also to experience the same. Point number two, make a running notes of the vocab or the grammar points which I am sharing with you, because when you're preparing for a competitive exam, notes making is very, very, very important. See, the prepositions and the expressions and the meaning of the idioms, very, 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 very important. And many more ahead. I'm pretty sure the session is useful and interesting. However, your comments help me to help you. So please do constantly commenting and sending your ideas, queries, and also your feedback in the comment section. That's going to help me so much. I hope the session is useful. See you in my next video. This is all about today's English with Shamsa editorial analysis, where I am only trying to share English related important things from the editorial. Good luck and all the best.